Hello again, vinyl community. This is Matt, and today I want to talk about some more modern or recent albums that are actually pretty good. I am not really into much modern music. I frankly regard it as significantly inferior for the most part to music of the 60s and 70s and 80s, even the 90s. I think it kind of started to go downhill somewhere towards the late 90s or early 2000s. But that's not to say that all modern music is terrible. And of course, it's not to say that all older music is great either. There's plenty of crap music back in the day. And I just wanted to go through a few albums that I have that are newer albums that I really like a lot. Some you guys might know, some you might not, so let's get started. So the record that's playing right now is this one. This is Young Gun Silver Fox, and the album is West End Coast. I found this by accident. I think it was on Spotify or something, and it came up as like a suggestion or something like that. And it's just a really great take on 70s music, essentially. If you listen to it, it sounds a lot like music did back in the day, back in the late 70s. It's really, they're really a mix of kind of like Ace or a bit of Fleetwood Mac or a bit of, even a bit of Steely Dan thrown in. It's kind of hard to describe it, but if you listen to it, close your eyes, you're back. You're like in 1978 or something. And it's by two guys. I think one of them's American and one's British. And they did a lot of the collaboration on the internet. One would send the other audio files and they send them back and forth. And this is a gatefold album. We'll open it up right here. Actually, there's the two guys right there. And this came out, this is recent, this came out last year, 2016, in the summer of last year. One of my favorite albums actually of 2016. And yeah, if you get the chance, check it out. Again, it is available on Spotify for sure, and in fact you can find tracks on YouTube. If you have a look at my liked videos, I think a couple of them are on there as well. My favorite song on the album is probably Distance Between Us, although there are a number of really good tracks on here. Long Way Back is another good song. And yeah, give it a try if you like the sound of the kind of vintage 70s, the way music used to sound. I think you really like these guys. It's very laid back, very mellow. I love the album artwork too, the sort of California scenery with the palm trees. And they've deliberately given it like a jaded look too, like a sort of faded, washed out look from back in the day. Okay, next up, I showed this very briefly in one of my early videos, but it's Sally Seltman, Hey Daydreamer. I haven't actually opened this yet, but I've listened to plenty of the tracks online, so I'm quite familiar with it. This is from, I want to say 2013, I don't see the date on it, but I think it's 2013. And it's a really whimsical, light sort of acoustic-y pop album. And I think Sally Saltman, I want to say she is maybe Australian, I think. I know that she did move to the US, to the LA area actually, for a little while. And this is some great songs on it. Needle in the Haze, a nice song, Billy, and then the really whimsical Catch of the Day, which is just a really delightful track. I got this for really cheap on eBay. Even with shipping, it was like $5. And I really like the album artwork too, with the sort of, I don't know, kind of a rainbow Technicolor effect going on in the background too. Okay, next up we have Z by My Morning Jacket. This is the Vinyl Me Please special edition. Now this album itself is not particularly new, it's more than 10 years old, from 2005, yeah. But this is a recent edition, and we can have a look at the vinyl. It's kind of cool, nice splatter effect. And there's a few tracks in this I really like. My favorite might be Gideon. Wordless Chorus is pretty good too, that's the lead track, but the Gideon was one I liked a lot for some reason. And this is also a gatefold. There's the bag. Really great fonts as well. Really great artwork too. And if we open it up, there's the middle. And yeah, it's just a it's a good album. You know, it's not my favorite out of the modern ones that I have. I will admit, there are others that I prefer. And I probably would not have bought it if it hadn't been that it was the Vinyl Me Please Record of the Month. I think it was sometime last year. But having listened to it, it's pretty good, and I would recommend if you can find it for cheap. I doubt that you'll be able to find this special edition for cheap. It's probably going for like $40 on eBay or something. But if you can find it, then check it out. Next up is another Vinyl Me Please special edition. This is Glass Animals: How to Be a Human Being. This is a very unusual album, very quirky, with lots of sort of funny effects and things going on. But again, I love the artwork on this. I just think that that's so cool. It's yeah, it's very quirky, and it came on blue vinyl. Again, it's a gatefold. Now, before anyone thinks this is a plug for Vinyl Me Please, I'm actually not a member of Vinyl Me Please anymore. I used to be up until around November. If we open it up, we get right there. We get a digitized version of the artwork, and I just think this is really cool. It's really, really fun. This is actually an insert that came with it. And it's really hard to describe what type of music this is. It's sort of, I guess it's kind of electronic of sorts. I don't know. Give it a listen if you can find it. It's not a bad album at all. Okay, now we come to my favorite two albums, favorite two fairly recent albums. The first one is one I've talked about before, Michael Kiwanuka, Love and Hate. This is an amazing album. Just go listen to it, really. It's particularly the title track, Love and Hate, and also Cold Little Heart, which is the lead track on the album. Those are the two biggest highlights, but by no means are they the only highlights. Pretty much the whole album is really, really solid. Here's the back of it. Other great songs, Black Man in a White World is good. One More Night is another really, really good song on this album. This again is a gatefold. If we open it up, there we go, there's Michael right there doing his thing. And it's a kind of a mixture of prog rock and soul, I would say. It's a very interesting blend. If you listen to the start of Cold Little Heart, it's got echoes of Pink Floyd. And yeah, it's a double album. This was a UK #1 album last year, sometime around the summer, I think in July, somewhere around there. And it wasn't particularly cheap. I think I got it at Barnes & Noble, and it was between $30 and $40, somewhere like that. But it's really great. Go and listen to Cold Little Heart on YouTube. You can find plenty of clips of it. There's a studio, sort of a live studio version of it, where they filmed Michael and the rest of his band actually recording the song. I'm not sure if it's the same version that made onto the album. There's a few differences in it, but go and check it out, and you'll see what I mean. I think you'll really like it. Okay, last but definitely not least, I really struggled to decide which album I preferred, Michael Kiwanuka or this album. And that is Jason Isbell, Southeastern. This is another artist I discovered by accident. I think it came up as a recommendation on Amazon. I was looking for something else, and it comes up with like people also bought, and this was one of them, one of the suggestions. Now, this is from let me see, I want to say 2010, or is it? No, 2013. It's later than that. Let's have a look at the gatefold. Open it up. There we go. Kind of plain, but the album is anything but plain. Now, when I say it's a country album, that sort of doesn't do it justice. No offense to country music. I'm not super into country. I don't have very many country albums at all. But this is modern country. It's very different to what you might think of traditional country. You think of country, you think, oh, the 70s with the sort of twangy guitars and, cheesy stereotypical country music. This is nothing like that. A lot of these songs are very dark. They cover some very dark and in some cases morbid themes. It's very hard to know where to start with the great songs in here. Traveling Alone is an amazing track. Let's see, Yvette is another one of my favorite tracks on the album. That's a very dark song that deals with abuse, sexual abuse. We also have, let's see, Elephant, another very serious song that deals with the subject of cancer, a woman who has cancer. Cover Me Up's a great song. Songs that she sang in the shower is a very nice song too. Really, really go check it out. Even if you're thinking to yourself, well, come on, it's country. Even if you say it's modern country, I'm not interested. Go and listen. Go to YouTube. Look up Yvette. Look up Traveling Alone, and just give it a try. I really recommend it. So, okay, guys, that's pretty much it. I don't have many other modern albums. I have one or two from the last few years, but nothing too interesting, worth looking at. These were my favorites that I pulled out, and it helped. These few albums, particularly Young Gun Silver Fox, Michael Kiwanuka, and Jason Isbell, those three kind of helped me personally to think, okay, modern music's not all garbage. It's not all Beyonce and Rihanna. No offense to those artists, but it's not all auto-tune. It's not all just cookie cutter crap. You can find really good, really original stuff out there if you look, or if somebody recommends it. By no means has it completely changed my mind. I do think that music has been in a steady decline for close to 20 years, but every now and then you do find a gem that makes you think, okay, it's not all bad. There is hope for modern music yet. So yeah, go give some of these artists a try, and let me know what you think. All right, thanks for watching, guys. Bye bye.